This is a short video about the Social Science Research Network. I will walk you through how to create and maintain your SSRN account. The SSRN is a worldwide collaborative of over 1.7 million users. Any scholar can submit their paper and download others' work for free. Both working papers and accepted papers can be shared with the SSRN, so it's a great tool for quickly sharing topical and cutting-edge research when it might otherwise take months to publish. You can search the SSRN database by clicking Search at the top of SSRN.com. You can search by keywords or by author. Creating a new account is free and it's easy. Simply click Free Registration in the top left corner of SSRN.com's main page, enter your email address, and fill in the required fields. A confirmation email will be sent to your account, and when you click it, you're done. To sign in, enter your username and password in the top left corner. Your username will probably be your email address unless you have specified otherwise. This is your homepage. If someone else created your account, you might want to change your user ID or password. You can do that on this page. To change your personal information, click Personal Info in the top left and fill in the desired fields. The information isn't particularly personal. You can include your full name, your email address, and your position in an institution. This information is publicly available. Click Submit Updates when you're done. Next, there's affiliations. It's important that you're listed as affiliated with the university that you work with, as the SSRN keeps track of how much work is published from each institution and how often their work is read. For instance, if you click Top Institutions, you can see the University of Ottawa ranks 21st among non-American law schools for number of times our scholarly work has recently been downloaded from the SSRN. To add an affiliation, click Add Affiliation. It's very intuitive. Put in Ottawa and scroll down to the University of Ottawa. Click the button See Departments and add your department. Next, there is My Papers. This is where you can submit new papers and check the status of papers you've already submitted. The top table shows submissions that are not complete, and the bottom shows papers that you have submitted. You can track your climb to scholastic stardom by seeing how many people have viewed the abstract of your paper and how many have downloaded the work. To add a new paper, click Start New Submission at the top. Every time you start a submission, the SSRN reminds you that you retain copyright and full control over your work. Click Continue. To upload the full text paper, you must submit it as a PDF file. Click Upload Full Text, click the button Choose File, and select the PDF file saved on your computer. Click Save on the right-hand side when you're done. You don't have to upload your paper in order to submit an abstract. For instance, you may not want to upload an article or book chapter because you do not have a publisher's permission to put your work on an open access database. In that case, you can just post an abstract, leaving researchers on the edge of their seats until they can find a copy of your work. Add the title of your work and save. Your work must have an English title even if the work is not in English. Put the non-English title first and then the English title in parentheses. Your name and affiliation should already be shown. To add co-authors, click on your name and enter the last name of the co-author. Click on the name if you see it, and if you don't, then follow the prompts for Enter New Author. You will need to know their current email address. Save when you're done. Enter the date the paper was written and save. If your paper is an accepted paper, you can enter the date the paper was published. The month and the day are not required. Next, select if this is a working paper or if it is part of an accepted paper series. If you are submitting a working paper, you can still specify if it has been published in a book. You can also give a citation for a pending publication. You must include an English abstract in order for a paper to be publicly available. If your paper is not in English, put the abstract in the original language first and then the English translation. In the keywords section, enter all the keywords you can think of that someone might search in order to find your paper, separated with a comma. The more keywords you have, the more likely your paper will be downloaded. Consider including both Canadian and American spelling. You can ignore the JEL codes box. Click on eJournal Classifications. Select Have SSRN select eJournal classifications for this paper. The SSRN manages many eJournals that distribute papers that are less than 1 year old, which greatly increases how often the work is downloaded. If your work is less than 1 year old, the SSRN will automatically decide which journals are most appropriate for sharing your work. Make sure all your sections are saved. To be sure, you can click Save and Close All in the top left corner. If everything is saved, it will say Expand and Edit All, and there will be green check marks in the box on the right-hand side. Click Make Immediately Available, and click Submit to SSRN on the right. If you close the page before you're done, a draft of your submission will automatically be saved, and you can finish it later. The SSRN will review your work for formatting and completeness, and usually approve the work within 24 hours. You can check a paper's status in My Papers. It will say, under SSRN Review if it is being reviewed, Accepted if it is part of the database, or Distributed if your work has been published in an eJournal. If there is something wrong with your submission, it will be put back in the Draft Submissions section. Click on the comment link on the far right side of the table to find out what you need to change. If you run into difficulties, you can contact the SSRN by email at support@ssrn.com, by phone at 1-585-442-8170, or you can also contact the Vice Dean of Research, Professor Adam Dodek, if you have any questions about the SSRN. Thank you for watching, and happy writing!